Since the beginning of time, man has survived on this earth because he's sought out three different basic needs: food, shelter, and relationships. Throughout our extensive 2-month research, Scott and I have discovered many things about relationships. They can be diverse and confusing. Throughout this documentary, it will exhibit the differences between students at Hudson High and their relationships. Enjoy your journey.
Hi, Becky.
Hi, Trevor.
What's the question?
What defines a relationship?
Well, there's many factors to the relationship defining theme. One mostly is the leather situation.
Seriously, Trevor.
I'm not serious.
No, but I mean seriously, what do you think defines?
Serious opinion.
How do you resolve like major conflicts in your relationship?
A lot of talking, that's what relationships are. There's a lot, oh boy.
Sorry, no, because the light's there.
Spike Lee. There's a lot of talking that goes on in a relationship. Yeah, very rough. A lot of talking. There's a lot of arguing too that goes on in a relationship. But I guess in the long run, what it all comes down to is that you have an understanding with the other person.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you shouldn't be afraid to speak your mind and to say what you think, and you shouldn't just, if things bother you, you shouldn't just let them go by, because it'll build up.
Mm-hmm. And
it's better, I guess, to deal with things like before they become like build up.
Have you been in a situation where the feelings have built up and, yeah? How did you feel when something like that happens?
I just grew up. I just got really upset.
Yeah, and how did you resolve that conflict?
Well, I guess we just talked about it.
Yeah. Evans, what do you do when you have a huge conflict in your relationship and you have to resolve it?
I sleep on the couch.
All she does is talk about her and Michael's future, and she's just so bright-eyed and dreamy. Yeah, and I don't know if I can do it.
Oh.
Hi.
Want me to turn around or something?
Yes. Not the person I was expecting.
I've seen you a lot more naked than that.
Well, things are different.
Yeah. So. You look really good without your clothes on.
George, she's toast.
Guys, if it goes on forever, then one day they'll just fight, and then it'll be done with.
And girls?
Guys forgive quickly. Yeah.
Girls? Yeah.
You get forget about it. You pick on each other for a while, and
And girls?
each other, and then you go.
What do you think about girls, Miles?
Girls goes on for a long time. Like the fight between girls goes on for a long time. And sometimes you just never solve the problem. You just sort of go our own ways.
Mm-hmm.
Guys who just, sometimes they'll fight and get it over with and they'll be friends again, but it's different with girls.
The best example is a basketball team. You can have two guys in a basketball team who have almost gone to blows the day before, and then if you have a game, they'll pass the ball to one another. And I coach the girls, and if the same thing happens with the girls, then one of the girls, whoever is the least popular of the bunch, is not going to see the basketball for the next 2 months because the girls won't pass to her, even though it would be better for the team if they passed to that person. That's one of the things that I notice.
Usually it's girls more fevers and stuff. And guys, they don't really care about that. We'll get into a fight because like someone did something to them. Didn't, one of my friends like kicked my bike or something. We get into a fight or something, that's it. And girls, someone says something about them. That's the fight over.
So like girls and guys when they're going out, like two friends, like two girls, they normally tell their friends like everything mostly. And if a girl knows her best friend likes this guy and the guy likes her and they go out together, and she sort of knows that her best friend has feelings for this guy, there'll be a conflict between the two friends, but the thing is that they'll let it destroy their relationship, like their friendship between each other. They'll let, like, they won't speak to each other anymore, that's it. And if it with guys, like, there'll probably be like a conflict, maybe a fight or an argument, but after that, it's like, they pretty much.
That's cool, man. This is good news.
Was that like to prevent this fighting over people?
Yes, dibs is to prevent fighting over women, so there's no conflict between friends.
Can you explain dibs for us, please?
Dibs is it's like a hidden rule that everyone knows about, all guys. It's like no one had to tell them, they just kind of know because it's respect for one another. It's say some guy likes a girl, say Joe likes this girl, and so does Ed, and Joe and Ed are friends, but Joe liked her first. So Ed will wait till Joe either gets dumped or they go out for a while till Ed makes his move. That's dibs.
What do you think defines a relationship? What?
Communication! Yeah, right.
I think talking things over a nice fire and drinking a glass of wine would be really nice.
Important aspects of a relationship is being able to share a GIMP. If one of the partners has a GIMP and the others doesn't, the other one will obviously want a GIMP and want the privileges of
How many women have GIMPs?
Not many, that's the thing.
Lots of women have GIMPs.
No. Richard, how many women have you had?
How many women have you had? By wearing all zippers and black
with
leather.
GIMPs?
Yes.
Oh, with GIMPs, many. More with GIMPs than without.
GIMPs can be...
A GIMP doesn't have to be 24 hours.
I think we can change
GIMP does not have to be
A GIMP cannot be part-time. What's a GIMP? A true GIMP is not part-time.
There is such thing
Okay,
as a
what's a
part-time
GIMP? GIMP is a sex slave you keep in your basement. And you feed him
Where's lots of
bananas.
zippers and leather?
Zippers, leather, eats bananas, and throws them all over him.
You can pause, because I'm...
You can go elaborate.
Elaborate.
Oh, you got me. What do you think defines your relationship? Like, what do you think makes it work?
Communication. Definitely communication.
Can you elaborate a bit?
That's it?
What do you guys do to resolve conflicts that you have? Like,
We don't have conflicts.
no?
Ever. Never.
At least
never
not
have.
yet.
Not
Yeah,
yet.
admit it. Being able to like say what you're really thinking.
Okay.
Communicate. It's not that close.
I think a relationship is based, a good relationship would be based on probably two people who, they really, really like each other and they like have things in common. And the relationship, I think, should be based on total trust and honesty. And I think that they should be equally, they should both have an equal say in what goes on.
Equal
like,
part in the relationship.
Yeah.
But
And that's about it, I think.
we want to be in love.
Yes.
That's all we wanted.
Why do you want to be in love?
I don't know, because it looks nice. I love natural. Holly just said, I've been when I was your age, way back when. I was in a relationship that was physical, as you can say. You know, every once in a while, if we were mad, we'd slug it out a little bit or whatever. And then when I got married, I met the most kindest.
You're married?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I want to be married.
Gentlest man in the world, and now I know that physical abuse has absolutely no place in a relationship.
It's like all of a sudden stuff that used to bug you about the person, like it's just cute and it doesn't bother you anymore, and like nothing they could do could really like jeopardize what's going on, and you're willing to like work through little like differences and confrontation and stuff.
Okay, guys, what are your opinions on relationships?
Jeff, what's your idea of like the perfect girl, or not necessarily like body, like whatever, but just the perfect person to be with?
Good sense of humor, nice. Someone who, but what?
Well, great.
I don't know, someone who's friendly and open, and I don't know, and someone who's just
Loves you for who you are.
Yeah, somebody who's like understanding and I don't know, not very judgmental, like doesn't judge people right away. Gives everyone a chance.
Truthfully, do looks have a great deal of having to do with the person, do you think?
No.
Yes. I have
That's sort of like to a certain extent. I mean, what if you like the person but you can't stand looking at them? You know.
It's probably what appeals. It probably what like attracts you the most at first.
Yes.
Like that's what gets drawn. You get drawn to that
what
first.
catches your eye, and then what keeps you there is who they really are.
Yeah. Like you can meet the most. You can meet what people consider to be the ugliest person, but then you get to know them.
And they're beautiful. I think you can find beauty in like everybody.
Yeah. Like to me, I could meet the most good-looking, like just from far. I could see, oh, he's so hot, you know, like. And you meet him, and you're like, no, he's not.
Why don't you do right like some other man? Get out of here.
She's married to Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, what a lucky girl.
Madam, your mother calls.
Your guys' opinions, because you're like teenagers. Do you think it's different from adults? Like that different from adults?
Yeah. No, I don't think so. I think it's just like a smaller scale. Like I think
more
they
experience.
underestimate. No, but they underestimate our feelings. Like adults, they think that we don't like whatever. We haven't had that many relationships compared to how they have. But in a way, we understand. Like we know.
Not everyone understands, so that's why like that's why adults might think that. It's because not everyone understands, or maybe a few who do, and say this is really my feelings. But there may be others who are like, yeah, like that's why they make sort of like. My mom, the only guy she ever went out with was my dad, and she went out with him for a week, and then they got married.
How old was she when she got married?
I don't know. They've been
Because
married
that
like
makes a
20
difference.
years now, I think.
You're not going to get married with a guy you've gone out with for a week right now.
No.
But when you're 25.
But she was older, yeah.
But
My
to me,
mom-
I couldn't do that. Maybe if I met like
Because
maybe
she knew right away.
Yeah.
Like, so there must be
I don't
some
know,
like.
So then why can't say you find someone right away and fall in love with them a week and then
Because maybe
know
she
you want to
hasn't met
marry
the
him?
person. Well, her life experience isn't big enough yet.
So maybe she hasn't.
She doesn't
met
know
the right
herself
person
enough to
either.
know who's like the good person for her. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
we've only
think
been
I-
alive. Think about it. We've only been alive for like 16, 17 years, and
We've
like
only been here.
Yeah. And like people who are 80 or when people get married, that's like
80?
no. Just think about it. We're not even 20, and people who are 80 have lived like more than four times what our life is. It's like by the time we're 30, 32 or whatever, 34, we'll have lived like another life.
I believe though that your soulmate can like, I don't know, I don't necessarily believe that once you find your soulmate it's love. Like I don't even think it could be like the total opposite of that. I just think it's somebody you know. Like it's like, and you don't necessarily know it until a while.
Because I know one girl who goes to this school and her parents are divorced and her mom left her dad. He hates
Can't live
kids.
with him. Has to be nuts.
Friends, like doesn't have to be male or anything. Like if you're female, your
Yeah.
friend could be like your soulmate could be like the same sex. I think it's just like a special relationship that you have with like nobody else.
Yeah.
I guess just people hope it's a male.
Yeah.
Female.
Yeah, how do you feel about that? About loving people of the same sex?
Loving people of the same
Do you
sex.
condemn it, or are you open?
Accept it, but
Loving like sexually or loving like loving.
Well, both.
I have friends that like I would do everything for, that I know I would do like a lot more than I do for like someone else, like a guy, like a boyfriend or whatever, past boyfriend. Like I don't know who, but whatever. I do a lot more for the friend. I know that, and because I know that the way they are, and I know like just I don't know. I mean, I know that they're like closer to my idea of a soulmate than he is.
Because do you agree that kids are brought up today to like love the opposite sex? Like they're told that, and
Yeah, I think it's a lot, not necessarily the parents, well, like, most of the time it is, but also the media.
Yeah,
And
it's
like,
the environment.
even in kindergarten, you're faced with it. Like, the second you start, like, going to school, you're surrounded by other kids, by other parents. Like, when you're a kid, you're basically, you have the same opinions as your parents, basically.
Like
That's all you've seen.
Sponge.
That's all you've seen. So it's just like staring at a kid, like when they're younger. Anything like if they've been neglected, if they're like starved for attention, you can just almost say that there's a chance they've been neglected at home by their parents. Like just everything kind of rubs off on their kids.
Yeah.
It's and I think like it's basically our parents that put us in that like frame of mind or whatever when we're younger. But when we start to grow up, like we start realizing we have our own opinions, then it starts being things like the media and things like that. So it's not just our parents.
Bishop, do you think that she fell in love with you?
No.
No.
So was that love? It wasn't.
It was so short.
It was so short. I think everything is just like time.
I think it was basically like she was settling, sort of. Like she knew that she knew that she couldn't really do much.
Yeah, there was no choice, so she adapted herself.
Like, do you think that, like a lot of the times people settle when they get married because they're old enough and they've never found anyone, so they kind of settle for whoever. Whoever's like.
They feel left out because like all their friends are getting married and stuff. I think they feel left out, so they just.
Like I think that would be kind of not necessarily scary, but a little bit strange. Like if you're older and everyone around you's getting married and like they found like the person
And you're not
perfect
even,
person,
like,
and
with
you're just like
anyone.
I don't even see it. Like I don't. So you're like well, so you lower your expectations of the person and you just like
You just
you
go
find
for
someone
it.
once you've lowered expectations.
You shouldn't lower your standards at all because then that
Because
like
then you
makes
do.
you lower.
But some people
And then
might
eventually
think,
maybe you'll find someone and then you'll be like, oh, I made such a big mistake.
but some people might think like if they haven't settled down yet and all of their friends are like married and have kids already, they might think like, well, if I don't lower my standards and my expectations for like the person I want to spend the rest of my life with, then maybe I'm going to spend the rest of my life like alone. never been to a wedding in my life until like I went to a wedding not long ago. And when I saw them when I saw the couple up there like saying their vows to each other, I was crying. Like it was so emotional, and they were like I was thinking like these people want to spend the rest of their life together. Like it was such a powerful but that woman and that man had already been divorced once. Like they had already been married before, and I was kind of like two things were kind of going through my head like, how could you be like saying your vows again to someone when you've already said them and already broken them? Like I was thinking like it could go both ways, but I had like tears coming down my face. So it was so happy. It was like so.
The fairy tales, living happily ever after.
And Anastasia Tremaine, daughters of Lady Tremaine.
I give up. Even I couldn't expect a boy to... Well, if I may say so, Your Majesty, I did try to warn you, but you, sire, are incurably romantic. No doubt you saw the whole pretty picture in detail. The young prince bowing to his hymn-playing. Suddenly he stops. He looks up. Hello. There she stands. The girl of his dreams. Who she is or whence she came, he knows not, nor does he care. But his heart tells him that here's the maid destined to be his bride. A pretty plot for fairy tales, sire, but in real life, oh, no, it was foredoomed to failure. Failure, eh? Take a look at that, you pompous windbag. Who is she? Do you know her? No, sire. I've never seen her before. That's one thing in her favor. The waltz! Quick, the waltz! She lights the lights. Failure, eh? Well, now for a good night's sleep. Quite so, sire. I believe you will stay right here. See they're not disturbed, and when the boy proposes, notify me immediately. Notify me immediately. And remember, if anything goes wrong, la-di-da-dee, la-di-da-dee, la-di-da-dee,
Have three things in it. Between a guy and a girl? Yeah. Okay. Have trust, honesty, and comfort. Okay. You gotta be comfortable with each other, you gotta be honest, and you gotta be open.
Like each other. It's all good.
Trust and honesty and respect.
400
That's a good answer. Well, it's kind of hard here in high school because...
What?
No one has... Okay, what grade are you in? 7th. 7? Both of you 7? Okay, we're doing it on relationships between like guys and girls. What would you base a relationship on if you had, like what would be a good like ground for a relationship? Well, I think the guy would probably have to be really nice and doesn't really matter about the looks, but not someone that's really mean or says stuff to anyone. But it's cool. It's cool. I'm 7. 7? Okay, we're doing our documentary on relationships between guys and girls. Okay, what do you think would be a good basis for like a healthy relationship? Well, not just looks, like you have to like the person, like as in the inside, like not just the outside of the looks, like their how they are, their attitude. You don't like treat them like a party favor or something, just like you treat them like Okay, so what do you think? Same thing about don't treat them like garbage or what do you think? Well, it helps if the feeling is mutual for both people, they both really like each other, because if it's kind of
not even, then it's
I'm homosexual. It's my I enjoy anal penetration. It's my don't touch me, man. Yeah.
Are you guys like, what were you in first of all?
I'm in grade 10. I'm in grade 10. 10.
Okay, what do you guys think is like a good basis for a healthy relationship?
Sex. No, you gotta build up a relationship. Good, loving, happy, friendly. You gotta be like best friends. Good communication. Friendship. You have to be able to talk to each other. You can't talk to each other. Good canoeing.
Okay, Sean, you're in a relationship, right?
Yeah.
You're in lots of relationships. What do you do when there's like conflicts in the relationship? What do you do to solve it?
Dump the girl.
Stop it so I can walk by? Well, first,
Walk underneath.
puts out his foot, and he states that he's the dominant male of the species.
Shut up, I'm telling you to be serious. You want me to poke you?
What do I do?
I'm just being serious.
I flattered the girl.
Have you done something wrong with that?
Yeah. Buys her lots and lots of presents. No, I don't. I'm a cheapie. I don't buy presents.
Okay, whatever. Like, whatever.
How are you gonna have to stop videotaping if you are?
Like a sexual relationship. What's a good basis? Like, what do you think are like good things that you need to have a good relationship? Sure.
I don't know.
You have no clue?
No.
Okay. What do you look for in a girl, say?
Well, like the other person has to like you. I don't know. You both have to care for each other.
It's cool.
That's what.
Respect and trust. Respect and trust. Mutual admiration. Okay, thank you very much. That's a healthy relationship. Like, what factors do you need to do that?
Okay, I'm probably saying the same thing that everybody else says, but I would say the ability to be able to talk to each other honestly, even about the hard things. And that never changes no matter how old you are. Like, it still seems to be as hard for me to do that. Maybe not as hard as it would have been when I was your age, but it's still hard to talk about the real things that are happening in a relationship. So that's basically my feeling. I mean, there are other things like compatibility and enjoying the same interests and stuff like that, but if you can't really talk about the difficult things, like let's say the guy wants to spend more time with his friends or the girl wants to spend more time with her friends rather than always being together. That you've got to be able to talk about that, and yet that's a hard thing to do. That's an example of what I mean.
Walking down the hallway.
No, we're searching for the perfect lockers.
We're saving fun.
Walking, which is like searching for the perfect mate. Come on, we'll show you. I'm gonna show you what you do when you find that perfect mate.
A locker is like a mate. Once you find the perfect locker, you can be in harmony with the locker.
Come on.
Nice back.
No problem.
Yeah. Aren't we passing by
Yes,
a lot of lockers?
we know where the exact locker is. I found one earlier and it was extremely extremely attracted to it.
Whoa.
No.
Oh, we gotta ask the riggers after.
Where are they?
Probably check on the camera too.
This is our back to the journey of the locker.
Ow. I can't see anything.
It's okay. We'll wait for you, Scott.
Okay, go, keep going. I'm okay now.
I think right here. These lockers look good.
Right.
Crazy Richard and Miles are now jumping on lockers.
No. Oh, gotta turn around.
He's going.
Find your locker mate.
Okay, you guys, what grade are you guys in?
11, grade 11.
Okay, we're doing a documentary on relationships, and we want to know what, in your opinion, is the basis for a good relationship, like what you need to have a healthy relationship.
Trust. Loyalty. Loyalty, right here. Number one is trust.
Honesty. Doesn't matter.
Okay,
Loyalty and respect.
and
When you guys have a conflict, like in your relationship, what do you do to resolve that conflict?
Speak about it. Beat her. Just talk about it, man. Try and solve the problem by talking.
Okay.
In a civilized manner, that is.
Tell Scott what we think of him.
I think you're wonderful, Scott. Everybody loves you.
Okay, no one's listening.
You guys are gorgeous, Scott. What do we think of Scott?
Say that again.
He's so sexy. Gorgeous Scott. What do you think of Scott? I love you, Scott. I want to have a baby.
Boyfriend, girlfriend. What? Well, what defines and what like
You like a rebuild?
carries it on and what, like how do you build
I
it?
think you're really cliche. Oprah, it's like communication.
Well, everyone said that so far. Except for some guys are like sex.
I'm Oprah. That's totally, it's pop psychology, like watching talk shows. We're listening to Camilla and Rosie O'Donnell. A good relationship needs commitment. Meanwhile, you know, if you're a bonehead and whoever you're with is a bonehead, then you're
The
gonna
jock?
have a bad relationship, basically. I'm sorry. Intelligence is at the root of all.
None of us can actually say what a good relationship is because we haven't experienced something yet.
Well, you can talk to me. Scott disagrees. I disagree. Mel disagrees. What depends on what your definition of a good relationship is. You're never too young to know what love is.
If you guys break it off,
I think you are. I think you are definitely too young to know what love is. When you're 12 years old. Wait, there's a difference between love and being in love. I think being in love is bullshit. Being in love is just lust. Lust directed at one person. That is what being in love is. Loving someone is not a sexual thing. Loving someone has nothing to do with that. I'm not talking about that, but if a 12-year-old has strong feelings for someone, that's love, and they know more about that than any other 20-year-old would. But no, but your natural feelings is defined by your maturity. Someone who's 12 years old is capable of feeling as strongly as you. Because that's the first time they feel it. It's basic psychology. Do you believe in soulmates? Yes. You do? Yeah. Believe here.
Oh, I have questions.
You believe that there's somebody in the world out there that is like destined to, yeah, okay. What do you think defines a relationship? You guys.
Defines?
Yeah.
I guess understanding. I think there should be like a lot of like laughter and like but basically a lot of understanding of your differences and communication.
I'm not gonna look at the camera.
Oh my god.
Relationships.
Sarah, that's not a good topic.
I'm fucking in the walk around ditching chicks all the time, right? So why shouldn't we just do the same thing as them? Because they seem to be.
She walks around ditching guys all the time.
Yeah, they seem to be having a good time, so I'll just do that. And one day, you know, I'm just gonna meet the perfect guy, and when I meet him, I won't ditch him. And Bill, not big, but built. And he has short, spiky hair, bleached tips, dark roots, and blue eyes, maybe.
You're gonna like a guy just because he has bleached hair?
Oh, and like this gorgeous face. I have it in my mind.
You know what I never understand? The phrase "stupid is as stupid does." It's not. I don't understand it. Stupid does. It does not make sense. No one understands it. They just repeat it. That makes sense.
It means if you're stupid, then you do stupid things.
It's not just saying if you're stupid, you do stupid things. You don't have to make it all complicated. Scott.
I'm antisocial and anti-relationship. So there.
Relationship between the tomato soup and the gravy. By Sarah Crowder.
I can.
She's a
The
misunderstood.
tomato soup is made up of its own elements and its own personalities, shall we say. And the gravy is as well. The gravy reminds me more of a guy. So this will be the guy and this will be the girl. See, if you mix them, you get,
Is this your analogy on
you
relationships?
get a couple.
Hey!
If you stir them, if they get to know each other and become one, you
Drink
have a
it, eat it.
substance that is completely different
Eat
from
it.
the original.
Eat it.
And it can be a thing of beauty.
Oh,
but it
shut
is
up and eat it.
You cannot eat it. Scott eats the couple. See, it truly is a thing of beauty, and it can be enjoyed.
It really does.
Love, I guess, would be the two key things.
Okay.
Anything else?
That's. You want to ask something?
right?
Yeah. That's pretty much it, actually, because you're busy. We don't.
Well, I'm not that busy.
Okay.
attention above all else because we had that like the guy wants to have sex and the girl doesn't. Like she got to get her point across or something. Relationship.
Okay. We have to ask you what you think is a good basis for a good relationship.
Similar eating habits.
Okay. Anything else?
Ability to fence,
Why?
so you can parry and thrust at the right moment.
Okay. Do you believe in love at first sight? Do you believe in love at
Yes.
first sight? Yes.
Yes.
Why?
Because it exists.
Okay. What is it? Do you believe in soulmates?
Yes, very much so.
Okay.
Very much so.
Why?
Why?
I think we gotta get.
Fine. Because if you're in a good relationship, the person is able to touch your soul, and your soul opens up, and then you become the mate of your soul as well as your. Like it's a different form of intimacy.
Okay. Thank you.
Per se, your room and you there.
The room and I, the room being an inanimate object, there is no soul relationship here.
Melissa Coletta, please see Mrs. Murray immediately.
Well, but I don't know if what the chances are of that actually happening. I mean, how do you know for sure if it's love at first sight? You need to sort of get to know the person, like feel.
Somebody have to know them first. Trust them and have communicated with them and know a lot about them.
Okay.
You can't know that just from looking at them.
Okay. Do you think that? Do you believe in soulmates?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why?
I don't think it has to be a romantic relationship. It's just someone you're like connected with on another level.
Okay.
Sexual relationship.
Yeah.
We're talking teenagers, right?
Yeah.
I think if they're responsible and they know the dangers and everything, I don't see a problem.
Okay. Thank you.
I guess so. Yeah.
Why?
Well, there's someone out there that practically has the same thing as you.
Okay.
You're homies.
Do you believe in love at first sight?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I mean, you can see someone you can know that you want to be with.
Do you believe in love at first sight?
God, you already asked me this question. Go away.
Do you guys believe? Do you guys believe in love at first sight?
Yes.
Yes. Why?
Because it happened to me.
Okay.
You feel like you want to spend the rest of your life with that person, no matter what they go through, no matter what you go through. You'll just be by their side no matter what.
Yeah,
Why?
it could happen. I don't know why it would happen, but it could.
Okay, what do you guys think is like the most important thing in your relationship?
Yeah, probably honesty and trust.
Okay, what do you guys do when you have like confrontations? Like, what do you do to solve it?
Basically, just talk it out.
Okay.
What do you mean? I do believe in soulmates.
Okay.
Why do you? Well, because who was it that said? I think it was Aristotle or Plato. He said, no, it was some philosopher who said that something about when people were created, they were cut in half, and well, their souls, and for all their lifetimes, they tried to search for the other half. And have to save money or something.
I think I believe in all that stuff from like people died in the past and then become reincarnated.
Yeah.
I don't know about that part, but I believe two people who were born at one time were meant to be together. It seems like a good idea.
A soulmate is.
Soulmate is, I think it's like a special person.
Michelle, I believe in true love.
Soulmate is a special person that if you find it, you'll be with them forever, or like until you die. And it's a person that you'll really care for and really love for a long period of time. You know, it's like, I met this girl and just like looking at her, she's looking at me and I just knew it. But like it didn't last too long, so.
Oh, come on, Sandy. I told you on the phone that I was sorry.
I know that you did.
Yeah, well, you do believe me, don't you?
Well, yes, but I still think that you and Chacho went together.
We did not go together, Sandy. We just went together, that's all.
Same thing.
No. 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 Sammy, I'm sorry. Sandy, would you wear my ring?
Danny, I don't know what to say.
Say yes.
Yes. Oh. Oh, Danny, this means so much to me. Because I know now that you respect me.
Hello again. We hope you have enjoyed our documentary. We have tried to explore the many different beliefs that the students of Hudson High School have on the subject of relationships. But, unfortunately, all good things must come to an end. So, on behalf of myself and Becky, we wish to bid you adieu.
Listen to the beat of the passes on the sidewalk, yeah. Don't make me part of your life again. So I'm tired of saying goodbye. Riding on the skateboard, knocking up the pretty boys in my way. 'Cause I'm just a random kid, got a massive spirit, and I know something nobody knows. I'm just a random kid, got a massive spirit, and I know something nobody knows. You ask me if I'm real or not. What is real or not? You are completely right. Or am I just